Hello. I just wanted to make this video to share some tips on how to update the blocks for NDAMs efficiently and maybe correctly so that you understand how the blocks are made and how to best use them and put them in your drawings. So one update I did was I changed this text to a rep note instead. So that's the most obvious change to make sure you have the most latest block. So let me show you what you'll have to do to update this in your drawing. So in this drawing, I have two NDAM blocks, and so I need to make sure I remove both. But before I remove both, I have a little construction line attached to my clipboard from face of system or face of glass 5/16 back, which should be where the edge of this leg is. And then you can see the leg of the return leg is shorter. So I just offset this line to remind me where that line should be before I erase the NDAM, because I'll have to set the dynamic block once I erase it. Okay, so that's the first little tip. Give yourself some construction lines there. Okay, then I'm going to just go ahead and delete these two blocks. And you have to delete all the instances that's in this one drawing before you can purge. So the next step is to purge. So I'm just going to do a PU for purge. And here under blocks, you can see the NDAM block is there, which is now purgeable since it's not used in the drawing. So we want to purge that old block definition out of the drawing. So I'm going to go ahead and click Purge Checked Items. And I'm just going to click it one more time until there's no more blocks. Okay, and then I have a palette. So I have the new block just right here. And I can just simply drag and drop. And it's set up to use the back left corner of a left jam is the default setting for this block. So as you can see, that text got replaced by a rep note. And this has grips so we can move the text as well as move it up and down. And so now you can see the default, it's recessed back. So I have to adjust these lines to those construction lines I created. And that would be it to fix this left jam. Now, the tendency would be to mirror to get it for your right jam. So again, you don't want to mirror blocks. Okay, so that's kind of a big no-no. The best way to do this is to take this block, copy it, and I'm going to use the back corner of the vert, and I'm going to use the right side of the vert. Okay, so it's going to look backwards, but this block has a flip feature, so look for this arrow here, and just go ahead and click it. And then it will flip, and all the adjustments you made stay put. So that's the most efficient way to get a left and a right NDAM into your drawing. Now, if you don't have a palette, what you would have to do is open an existing drawing, maybe from the library, since I'm updating the library details, that has this updated block. And then you'll have to do a Control-C, copy and paste it into your new drawing after you've purged. So that would be the only difference. But again, I highly recommend the palette since it'll always be here and you don't have to go dig into old drawings. And you'll have your updated block ready to go at any time. But that's my suggestions for doing a left and right jam. And now let me just briefly demonstrate if you have a jam scenario like this, where again, the tendency is to rotate and explode and get rid of all the notes. So let me share with you the tips on how to efficiently update this type of detail. So again, here's a block, and this one is a block, but it's missing the text. So what I'm going to do is, again, give myself my construction line and offset through, get it to the right spot. Do the same process. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to insert my NDAM. And so again, I'm going to just use this corner since that's how it's set up first. And again, it may look odd, but to me, this is the most efficient to use the block. Get it in the right spot, and then just flip it, move there to there. And you can see I have notes overlapping. I could just move them, adjust it as needed. Okay, so there's that one done. Now to get this one, let's delete this one. So again, it's going to seem odd, but this is how I would suggest doing it. I'm going to take this block. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm going to take this block. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to use the corner of the mullion. And now I'm going to place it here at this corner of this mullion here. I'm going to do a rotate. Ortho on. Rotate it. It's still a block. I'm going to flip it. Okay, so I got it in the right spot. It's the right size, the right orientation. But the only problem is this note. So right now I don't have a rotate feature on the note. So again, at this point, you can explode this block and then fix your note accordingly. And now you just have to rotate this one thing and move it possibly. So this would be the only little maybe extra work, so to speak. But my suggestion is, again, use the block as a block as much as you can before you explode. So that way everything stays in place and you can copy the logic you've already done once. And then all you have to do is fix the annotation for this block. All right, so that's my improvement there. These blocks will be in the library at the end of the 23rd, which is the day I'm updating it. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and let me know.